What is going on, y'all? It is your girl Biola iyaKIN back with a new YouTube video. What is going on, y'all? I hope you're feeling good in your bodies. First thing is first, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Biola iyaKIN. I am the yoga educator behind Yoga by Biola, as well as the founder of which is the online platform offering non-performative yoga. If you are a yoga student, a yoga teacher, or a service provider joining my community here on the tube, then be prepared to learn non-performative yoga practices to inform your spaces, to inform your practice, and to support your clients. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video from me every week, roughly. Before we continue, I want to make sure that you watch to the very end of the video because I have a big announcement that I'm sharing with y'all. So wait and watch to the end. And let's go ahead and get into today's video. You saw by today's title, I'm gonna be talking about why my yoga practice is real boring. Because bitch, she's gotten real boring. Let me take a sip for you. I don't think that my practice is that boring. I think my practice is pretty dang exciting right now because of how it's allowing me to walk out the experience that I want. So we're going to be talking a little bit about these 4 ways that my yoga practice has gotten boring, and hopefully they can support you on your yoga journey as well. I got my notes here. So the first reason my yoga practice is really quite boring right now is because it's a lot slower. And you know, it's so interesting and also very emblematic of how commercialized Western yoga is, to the degree that we think that when yoga practices are slower, we think that they're less interesting or boring, or for folks who are not as physically strong or physically fit. I'm pretty darn fit, okay? And I love slowing down my practice. When I first started, my practice was heavy Bikram. I even went on to compete in the national Bikram competition, which it's very cringeworthy. I understand. But you know, a bitch did it, okay? Then my practice went on to move into power vinyasa and hot vinyasa. It was really intense, and it started to float more into hatha, which is my home practice. That is where I feel most at home, and I love hatha. And during the pandemic, I started to explore more restorative and yin practices. And now I know that what's best for me and my nervous system is restoratives. I need restoratives to really settle my nervous system and to settle my body, because I tend to push myself beyond my own comfort zone. I push myself beyond my pain zone constantly. So I'm needing more practices that can really help settle me. Every single person who is watching this video would benefit from a restorative or gentler yoga practice, I promise you. Another reason why my yoga practice has gotten a little bit more on the boring side is that my practice has gone off of the mat, which we really don't see represented in commercial yoga on social media. Now, the physical benefits of the practice are phenomenal, and I still practice a lot of really strong poses, and I love that for me. Also because there's so many enriching benefits that I continue to receive by practicing yoga off of my mat. How am I applying a lot of these principles and tools off of the mat? And also, how am I embodying that deep sense of kindness, care, and self-compassion? That's been huge for me as someone who very ambitious and also very type A. I need practices that can support me off of my mat so that I'm a lot more kinder to myself. I find that extremely supportive in helping me begin to live life the way I really want to experience it. And now I'm able to embody non-performative yoga off of my mat in a way that feels very realistic for me. And if it slows down my practice, I'm cool with that. Another reason why my yoga practice has slowed down is because I've explored a lot more education beyond asana, which has enthralled me from the very beginning. If you watched my last video titled How to Decolonize Your Yoga Practice, I talk about this. Education beyond asana is one of the elements of non-performative yoga that I teach to a lot of my students within our iyaKIN yoga teacher training. It explores the philosophy, the history, but also self-study practices so that we can start to use these tools of yoga to really undo cyclical habits and cycles of suffering that are causing us dissatisfaction or dis-ease in our lives. The fact that I've been able to learn the sutras and to understand the principles of the 8 limbs and explore the energy body has been phenomenal in providing education that can help me begin to change my life. The ways that we change our lives is not through the external world first, not by shape-shifting the external world. We have to begin to address what's happening internally. And education beyond asana is the way that we can begin to address our internal world by having a deep understanding of what's happening there and practices to help us journey there and approach our internal world without feeling critical about what we see. The last reason why my yoga practice has slowed down a lot is because I'm not taking the practice so damn seriously. My spiritual journey has always been one of just seriousness, staunchiness, and almost dogmatism. Like, it's almost made it seem like spirituality and or personal development has to be really hard all the time and deep and purposeful and all these heavy things. And that's not true. The practices of yoga are, in my belief, meant to cultivate this deep sense of oneness and fulfillment. And that is not coming from hard-pressed, heavy, deep pushing and focusing so much on ascension and be better, be better, be better. It's about joy and kindness and embodiment, to really experience samadhi, which is that bliss state, which is the 8th limb of yoga. However, we can experience samadhi in every single moment if we become really aware that it's available. With that, I've added so much more levity in my practice. I don't take myself too seriously. I don't take the practice too seriously. I'm not taking my spiritual journey so damn seriously, so that I can have fun. We can have fun. And that's really slowed down my practice. And that is so freaking necessary for me, because there was a time where I wasn't experiencing a lot of joy. And I know that I deserve that. And I know that we all deserve that. Now, if you made it to this far in the video, thank you kindly. I can now share that big announcement that I was telling you to wait for to the very end, and that is that we have opened up the applications for our iyaKIN 200-hour yoga teacher training beginning March 2023. This is the 4th cohort of our teacher training, and I'm so proud. I'm so excited to open up the applications. If you're a yoga student looking to inform your practice with non-performative yoga, definitely click the link in the description box to apply, and also just to learn a little bit more about our program. Also, if you're a wellness professional or a service provider looking to support your current offerings and your clients with non-performative yoga practices, this is definitely the teacher training for you as well. Click the link in the description box below, y'all, and I look forward to reading your applications. In the meantime, don't forget to follow your girl on the gram at Yoga by Biola, as well as following Iya at iya.well on the gram. Continue to be well, and I'll see y'all next week for a new YouTube video.